What up, everybody? This is Jason Lee, and this is Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored.
And I'm Melissa Ford, a.k.a. the Curve Queen.
And Giovanni is out sick today.
Yes, so he is.
May he get well in peace. So I wanted to start by saying, if you're watching the show, we now are on iTunes and Google Play, so you could go and subscribe to our podcast. And when we get 100,000 subscribers, we'll add another day. So we had a really wild week last week.
Yes.
And people listening, I just wanted to start the show off by addressing a lot of the concerns, but more importantly, check in with you. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm physically okay. And for anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, our guest last week, Bunk, pulled a gun out in the studio. And so we all had very different reactions to it. Everybody in the comments was like, Melissa looks like she's completely over it. I couldn't see what was going on. But then when I did, it was a suspended state of reality for me. Like, it almost didn't seem real. Yeah. And I've never held a gun in my hand. So I was literally looking at it like, is that real? And then I was like, that looks real. And I was like, where's the safety? His finger's on the trigger. Oh, fuck. So, somebody's going to get.
And so let me say that, and I've talked on the show very openly about being shot before and watching my brother die. So I want to be clear that my reaction to it was literally surprised.
Yeah.
I didn't know that he was coming in here with a gun, and nor would I support inviting guests that bring weapons. We don't even want celebrity securities to have weapons. Right. I never even thought of a guest bringing a gun. When he walked in and pulled the gun out, I was shocked, surprised, but the thing that came over me immediately was just keep everything as normal as possible, because we don't have weapons, we don't have security, and shit could go left really fast, and there's not enough time for help to get here.
Exactly.
I won't say that I was terrified, because what's sad is I grew up in a very violent community, like a lot of people that listen to the show. And so I'm sure that people who've been around guns a lot or have been a victim of gun violence, they don't necessarily react a way that somebody like maybe you have that hasn't.
Right.
And so for me, I saw it and I just wanted to keep it as normal as possible. And throughout the entire interview, I kept saying to myself, okay, like, just keep it funny, keep it light, keep him comfortable. And that, I think we did a good job and nobody was hurt. The second part of the whole week last week is Escape walked out.
Right.
And then, because of the whole TI thing, and then we had, another guest. So we had 3 interviews back to back. We had a really rushed schedule. We had a guest come in with a gun that we didn't know, and we had Escape walk out and cancel the interview. So it was not a normal day. Therefore, I don't think the reaction was normal, but I just want to be very clear. None of our intentions were at all to support gun violence. And I just want to address another thing. People are saying, you guys interview real celebrities. Why are you interviewing him? Stop making stupid people famous. If you guys out there who are watching the show or listening in your car, wherever the fuck you are, this guy has 4.1 million followers. In my mind, what I've been doing, and you can see over the course of the last few months, is trying to bridge the gap between social influencers or social celebrities and celebrities. So bringing Quay and Lala in, great interview. Bringing Kendall in, bringing Dan and Nick in, And so Bunk to me is somebody who does have 4.1 million followers. So for whatever reason, his shit goes viral. And it made sense at the time to continue with the rhythm of bringing these people in. I don't think we need to send out a rule. I didn't think we need to send out a rule book that don't bring a weapon, don't pull out a weapon, and don't point a weapon at the host. I didn't feel in fear of my life. I didn't call 911. I didn't file charges. But Bunk just is not ever going to be back on the show.
Right.
So we hear the comments. We hear what you're saying. We agree with you. I don't agree that it was a bad decision to bring him in, because we are in the business of interviewing people. And if you make them famous or you make them trend, we're going to get them.
For the most part. Yes.
No, Danielle Bergoli, the Catch Me Outside girl, I would interview her. Now, people would say, oh, you're not moving the culture forward. Listen, BET.com, Essence.com, Ebony.com. If you want all things Black excellence, go find those pages. Hollywood Unlocked is about finding what's trending. And so some people would say, well, that's, don't give them the platform. Don't give them the platform. You guys give them the platform. You give them the attention. We talk to them. I don't know that there's a problem with that.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I know I definitely made that point in, when I posted and captioned the event unfolding, that the conversation really actually is, why is this person famous? Why does this person have 4.1 million followers? It's because people are in like to be entertained by train wrecks and, fuck shit. That's basically it. We are entertained by stupid shit that panders to the lowest common denominator. You can't escape it. We all want to think of ourselves in an elite manner, and that we're holier than thou. No, we all get our, freak on in different ways, and we're all entertained by bullshit. So that's how he got in the door. That's just basically
That's how people get record deals. That's how people get posting deals. I mean, you have a girl online right now, Whoa Vicky, that we post on Hollywood Unlocked.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I post her because I know it bothers people.
Yeah.
I post this girl. She's a white girl who thinks she's black.
She's 2% black. That's what she says.
Because she found out on Ancestry.com.
Right, 2%.
And she's pregnant with a baby named Tyrone. And she even showed us the tattoo she put on her body of Tyrone, and she spelled it beautiful.
Wait, hold on 1 second here.
She's
pregnant with a baby from a guy named Tyrone, or is the baby named Tyrone?
Her baby's name is Tyrone.
Okay.
Now, mind you, I personally, I hate the girl. I actually have unfollowed her a few times, but then followed her back.
Why?
Because she pisses people off. So I post her to piss people off. Now, some people, again, they would say, well, Jason, you have a responsibility to the black culture and to, humanity to do better with your platform. Listen, we post stuff about kids going to Harvard. Nobody cares. We post stuff about people donating their livelihood to a good cause or helping an old person across the street. Nobody cares. The minute I post Whoa Vicky and her pregnancy with baby Tyrone, it goes viral. I blame you, the audience. I blame you. If you want to change it, start investing your time and energy and commentary in things that matter. If I post you with the Unicorn Fan Club shirt with the beautiful lipstick lined up and the glasses and the hair and everything beautiful on Hollywood Unlocked, they'll be like, we don't want to see this bitch.
Yeah.
If I post a Throwback Thursday photo of you and your ass out, she's always been the baddest one. She's the one. Love her, love her, love her.
Yeah.
So I just say again, this is an opportunity, I think, to create a conversation for everybody listening, everybody participating. We love your comments, good or bad. We love your criticism. Those of you saying we're never watching Hollywood Unlocked again, thank you for coming back and watching the show, because you're not going to stop watching, right? So let's stop threatening each other. Let's have a less abusive relationship, okay? Stop saying you're not going to come back, because you're going to come back. I think that if you don't like one of our interviews, don't watch it.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Just go back and watch, I don't know, the Tank interview. That's my favorite. Still to this day.
Yeah. Or go watch The Breakfast Club, or go watch fucking Baller Alerts. I'm not a hater. I want you to consume whatever gets you off. We're going to continue to give you good interviews. I am not apologetic about bringing Boonk in here. I'm apologetic to you and to Giovanni and my team for creating an atmosphere that wasn't that safe, but I didn't know that the guy had a gun. Thankfully, he pointed at me and not pointed at none of you. And thankfully, he did not pull the trigger.
At first I thought he's going to shoot himself in the dick. Like that was first, that was the first thought. And then I was like, no, it's probably going to go off, ricochet against the wall and hit somebody in this room. Like that was literally all the thoughts going through my head. But I agree with you in terms of wanting to lighten up the situation.
You got to.
And, I've been doing this. I've been in the business for almost 20 years. And I can't tell you how many minefields I've had to step over, where people don't know what's going on in the peripheral. And literally it's like chaos happening. But you have to be, the eye of the storm. You have to be completely calm. And you've got to just kind of let your professionalism, your professional integrity take over and just do what you think is right. Nobody can really give you that answer as to what is the right thing to do. Call the cops, file a police report, maybe, or maybe not.
Right. And listen, it's not even if he wanted to shoot me. Accidental shootings happen all the time.
Yeah.
And what people have to realize is that having been shot, I'll just tell you the story about when I got shot. So I was at a car wash with my brother, and I'm sitting in the car listening to Janet Jackson's Anytime, Any Place. I love that song. And I remember saying to myself, this motherfucker is taking forever to wash this goddamn car. So I got out to go talk to him, and literally he was cleaning the wheel, cleaning his tire, and literally when I went to go talk to him, I get shot in my leg. Well, I don't know that I got shot. My leg just blew up. Like my pants, everything just blew up, and it was really loud, and it was close to 4th of July, so I thought maybe it's fireworks. Somebody's playing a trick. Somebody threw a M80 bomb on me.
Yeah. So
I said to him, like, who the fuck just threw this M80 bomb, right? And then this guy runs around the corner and he's like, you shot me, and he's bleeding. Like his blood is just squirting out his hand. I'm like, I shot you. Motherfucker, somebody threw a bomb on me, so I thought maybe somebody threw a bomb on him. It's happening so fast.
Yeah.
Same with the boom thing. It's happening so fast.
Yeah.
The second gunshot went off, and then across the street, the store, the grocery store window just shattered, and all the glass, just this big ass glass just fell. And at that point, I realized, oh shit, we're getting shot at. Didn't know where the bullets were coming from. Didn't know who was shooting. And so my brother goes to the car and he pulls out his gun and he's running around looking for who's shooting. Meanwhile, I have now opened my pants and there's a hole this big in my leg. And there's literally meat hanging out, and the blood is sizzling, and the jeans have burnt into my leg. And so now I'm going into straight panic mode. Oh my God, Lord, I'm about to lose a leg. But so I yelled to my brother, "Can you get in the car? I got shot." So he gets in the car, I get in the car, and then we drive to his house, and they call 911. Long story short is, you don't know how you're going to react when a person pulls out a gun. You don't know how you're going to react when you get shot or shot at. You don't know how to react. What I've learned in that experience is stay calm, stay focused, and stay committed to getting help. And I think after the show, what people didn't see when the cameras were off, we came in here, we shut the door, and we had a conversation. Are you cool? Everybody cool? We good?
Yeah.
Because it was like shocking.
Yeah.
And I think it's easy for people who sit back and judge. Oh, well, you shouldn't do this, shouldn't do that, shouldn't do that. The fact that we got through and the fact that everybody's still safe, I feel like we did what we needed to do.
I agree with that.
So,
yeah.
Boom gang, bitch.
Oh my God.
Let's talk about the gym.
Yeah,
I don't like it. It hurts.
You don't say.
I'm back in the gym and it hurts.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. Yeah, the first couple of weeks of working out, especially, it's painful. Even I don't like the feeling. And I've been doing it for well over 2 decades. But like if I take a hiatus and then I come back to the gym, I'm walking like I got no knees, like just.
So when you get back in, what do we do? Do you just go into it really hard and just stay consistent, or do you ease into it?
I learned long time ago, you ease into something, and that doesn't mean that you just do all cardio. You should really
do some weights.
You should do, well, you don't even need to. You really can just do a lot of, plyometrics and calisthenics are using only body weight. In all actuality, you should be able to support your body weight before you're lifting any weights. That's just my personal philosophy. But I like to ease back into things because I know how painful it is. Like the lactic acid buildup in your muscles, that's what makes you sore. So I just go get a lot of Advil or Aleve. That's my drug of choice.
I got Excedrin.
Yeah, no, Excedrin's for headaches.
Oh, that's what I'm getting.
Okay.
Because I'm changing my diet too. So literally I changed my diet and started working out.
Yeah.
And I think my body low-key went into a shock. So I'll have to shout out my friend Lee Charm. He moved here from New York for a little bit to get back in the gym with me. So we're both at Equinox working out. And side note, to people who were in the comments about what I said about being in the locker room looking at the naked guys, can I just tell you half the shit I say on the show is for entertainment? I don't have the time in the gym to be running around looking at people in the locker room. I don't even want to be in the fucking gym, let alone walking around, because there is the whole Me Too movement going on, and I don't want to get picked up as being a predator. I am not in the locker room looking at people. I literally go in, use the restroom, wash my face, sometimes clean out my ears because they got Q-tips. That's a real fancy, as you know,
Equinox,
place. But I'm just, I'm not in there looking for people. But anyway, I think my body went into shock.
Okay, why?
Because I started getting heart palpitations, and then you told me I was
a hypochondriac.
Then you told me I was having heart failure, and for a whole week I was having anxiety, which I really thought I was having a heart attack.
I think it's self-caused. You just need to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth.
I was sitting in the dark one day meditating, doing that bullshit, and I felt stupid.
I feel so good. If I'm like stressed out and getting upset and just all gnarly and stuff, I'm like, Melissa, bring your fucking shoulders down off of your ears.
I won't say it is a good escape.
Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth.
It is a good escape to be able to go to the gym and spend that time detached from your phone and just working. I mean, the weights, I have no. So I'm in the gym and I'm pushing all the way, and Leah's like, damn, you're strong. You can lift all the way. Lifting the weights and doing the workout is not the problem. Now, I ain't going to lie, the plank I tried to do the other day. So I get on the ground to do this plank. I did like 2 planks.
How long?
Like 30 seconds.
Okay.
But then I quit. I was like, fuck that. I don't want to do this.
Okay.
So I went and did some more chest and arms. We do this thing called 28, where you basically lift 7 times different ways, and it burns your arms up. But I mean, I can do it, but I just am not motivated to do anything that's just too hard right now.
Pain, right?
I'll do the pain. I got the pain. But the planks, it was just like I felt stupid being on the floor. The floor didn't look as clean. I was just over it. So I just didn't do a plank.
Just working, that might not be your thing. You have to find what your thing is.
But I've done planks before. I just feel like I need to like get in the rhythm of the gym again. Just going consistently, doing, I do
What are you doing once you get into the
rhythm? As soon as I get to the gym, the
Yes.
first thing I do
Yes.
is I go look at boys.
Okay.
I'm just playing. What I do when I get to the gym is I literally do 30 minutes of cardio on the treadmill.
Okay.
So I walk 1 minute, run 1 minute, walk 1 minute, and I just keep getting my heart rate up and down and really doing that. And it warms me up and it gets me, I get into a really good, comfortable place.
Okay.
Then, depending on if we're doing arms and chest, we'll go do the bench press and we'll do all the circuit weights and we'll do dumbbells and we'll do the 28 thing I told you.
Yeah.
So the whole upper body is good. Legs, we have our leg workouts. The things I hate is squats. I hate fucking squats.
Squats are a great exercise. They're a compound movement. So they work out your entire body. If you're doing them the right way, they work out everything.
I hate the Stairmaster.
Okay, first of all, I'm going to say you're spending too much time on cardio. A warm-up is not 30 minutes, okay?
I know, but that's not my warm-up. I'm just doing my cardio. Should I do 10 minutes of warm-up,
Yeah.
go work out, then come back and do 20 minutes of cardio?
Yes, you should actually be doing what's called HIIT. It's high intensity
training.
Yeah, high intensity
I'm
interval
going to save
training.
that for Hino.
Okay.
Hollywood hit Hino.
Well, I mean, Lee knows all about that. Look at Lee's body. He knows all about HIIT. And that's what you should be doing. That's a way more effective exercise, and you spend less time in the gym doing it. You just have to, it's just way more intense for a short amount of time.
I won't do hit with Lee because he lets me say no. I need to be with a trainer that will push me to the yes. Okay, but anyway, so you're in the gym.
Yeah, I've been in the gym, working out with Hino and just, doing hot yoga and stuff like that. Just trying to stave off the effects of alcohol.
So you came in here really calm today, and I thought maybe you're doing Xanny or something.
No. I've actually, when Boonk was talking about Xanny bars, I was like, what the fuck is a Xanny bar? No, so then somebody had to educate me. I was like, oh, okay. Somebody gave me one of those. What actually looks like a chocolate bar, like these 3 little bars in one, like whatever. I don't know how he's doing that and surviving. I clipped off one for my flight to like back here from Australia, 14 and a half hours. I slept about 12 of them. How do you function on that?
Can I tell you that there was a time that I had really bad lower back pain because I was in a car accident.
Yeah.
I was at a friend's house. They were having a cookout.
Yeah.
And she says to me, I got something for that. And I said, what is it? She said, I have Xanax. I was like, okay, give it to me. And then the pill looked like aspirin.
Yeah.
So I don't know, Xanax, Bayer.
Yeah.
Excedrin.
Yeah.
I didn't know what Xanax was at the time.
Right.
I take the pill. I will never forget sitting there and slobber just drooling out my mouth. Like unintentionally slobber. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? I was so high and unfunctional. I couldn't, Is unfunctional?
No.
Not dysfunctional.
No,
Wouldn't be right.
Dysfunctional.
I was unable to function.
You were, yeah.
Slobber just, have you ever just had slobber and not just a drip, like just slobber?
Well, when I'm sleeping, I wake up, I'm like, ugh, thank God nobody's here to see that.
Or when you're giving a proper hip blowjob.
That part too. Yeah.
Okay, but the Xanny thing, I don't understand the Xanny lean movement, the candies, all that.
I don't understand it either. But no, I have THC oil. It's like really, really thick and black, and just like I like my man. No, I'm kidding. And you just kind of dip not a Q-tip, like a toothpick into it and take the littlest bit out. It will have you laid out for like 12 hours, and it also helps with like aches and pains and stuff like that. So I'm on my holistic shit.
Well, you look your hair looks holistic.
Yeah,
it's very earthy.
Yeah.
You're back to that? That's the vibe?
It's only for a month. I'm just giving my scalp a chance to breathe.
Breathe on, nigga. Breathe on.
Exactly.
Okay, so what's going on in the world? Let's talk about real shit.
Okay, well, we have to talk about Hawaii. So Hawaii got a false alarm that there was a ballistic missile. And okay, there's so many angles to talk about this. Okay, so imagine you're chilling.
I was just in Hawaii.
You were just in Hawaii.
Yeah.
So imagine you're just chilling, having, Sunday brunch with the fam and stuff like that. You look at your phone because all you hear is and you see it. You think, oh, Amber Alert, whatever. Impending missile about to hit Hawaii. look for cover, evacuate immediately. I'm sorry. Where the fuck are we going? We are in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Where are we going? When's this missile hitting me? Oh my God. People were shoving babies in storm drains. Like,
Were they really?
yes. People were freaking out, crying, calling all over the world. I'm sorry. I never said I loved you. Like, can you imagine what that's like?
You know what it made me think about?
What?
I don't run.
You would have been running that motherfucking day.
I saw people running in pure hysteria through the streets. So that means restaurants' bills didn't get paid.
No.
And I saw a photo. Did you see the image of Magic Johnson and Diana Ross in the basement of a hotel with guests, like with regular guests?
That's when the
That's
playing field gets leveled like a mofo.
That's when you know
yeah.
it's really real.
Yeah.
Magic Johnson and Diana Ross are sitting there with you because you're all about to die.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
The crazy thing is, if you really know your history, look at Pearl Harbor. Mm-hmm. Remember, the guy watching the screens and the monitors saw the jets coming over to bomb us and thought it was a training thing from
training
it was
exercise.
An error in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And then we really got bombed.
Yeah.
This thing went on for 30 minutes. And it wasn't just phones. It was sirens. It was alerts on screens. It was across all...
Yeah.
The whole, I don't know what to do. I don't know what I would have done.
Yeah. It was like an employee hit the wrong button. I'm sorry. That particular button, why is it not encased in glass and you need like a key that's hung around the neck of somebody else? You know what I mean? To get to that button. False alarm. And then the government's response to what happened was, oh, sorry. Whoops.
And they relocated the employee. You know, shout out to everybody in and out getting fired for being late to work. And I feel like if you can be late to in and out and lose your job, if you can set off a notification to the entire state of Hawaii that bombs are coming to blow them up and get relocated, but you can't be late to in and out, this world is fucked up.
Yeah. Well, I mean.
What would you have done?
You know, I've been on a plane that dropped like suddenly and the turbulence was like really gnarly. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, you know what? I'm ready. It's been a good life. I had other plans, but I just make peace inside my head. I don't go into hysterics. Like I'm just.
You stay that calm?
I sweat the small shit, okay? When somebody cuts me off in traffic, I'm grabbing change out of the, cup holder and I'm chasing you down the street and I'm throwing it at your car and fucking up your paint job. But let there be like a huge catastrophe happening and I am the picture of Zen.
Okay, I got a story. One day I'm coming back from New York City. I don't do well on planes with turbulence at all because every plane ride I'm on, even I was just on Southwest the other day, flying from, fuck Southwest, by the way. I was flying from Vegas and it was turbulent. But one time I was coming back from New York and there was this guy sitting next to me, an older white guy with gray hair. The middle seat was open. He was sitting at the end.
Yeah.
And the turbulence started, and I mean, it was so bad. We were flying through a storm. The plane was almost sideways, shaking ridiculously. The cart for the drinks had fallen over, so all the drinks were rolling down the aisle.
That's really bad turbulence.
The lights were flickering on and off.
Oh, you guys were gonna die.
And we're dropping too.
Yeah.
I know we're dying.
Yeah.
This motherfucker next to me puts his headphones in, turns up his music, and he's just dancing. I snatched it out his ears and was like, no, we're not doing that. We're fucking dying. I need to know that everybody around me is as terrified as I am when the plane's going down. I literally, and Lee will tell you, I will wake him up out of his sleep when we have turbulence.
I know, this is
because
why.
I need to know that we all know that we're dying.
No, this is why I like to have my own row away from you on a plane because that's how you are. Let there be like a little bit of turbulence. He's put that big paw right on my head. I'm like, oh my God. Jason,
but you know, when we went to Japan, you saw I came over to your seat.
I know that.
What you doing? Sleeping. Oh, okay. Just checking. Yeah, I'm not good on planes, but shout out to Hawaii. Y'all need to get your shit together. Can you imagine if we get bombed from another country though?
I mean, with the Cheeto in the White Office, the White House. I mean, White Office. White House.
Well, speaking of the White Office, our Cheeto in charge is being accused of racism.
No.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. So
apparently he is in the news because he called Haiti and Africa shithole countries.
Yeah, well, he's an idiot because he called Africa a country. But okay, we'll just skate right over that part. But he did. He called them shit. So then Republican senators he did not use that language. So there's like a he said, she said.
One said he did.
Yeah.
One said he didn't. And two said they don't recall. And now they're saying he didn't.
My God. Well, maybe they're getting paid off like the stripper or the porn star he was chasing around at a party in 2006. I mean, he's just always in the news for the craziest stuff. Like Obama couldn't have gotten away with a 1/100th of the things he's gotten away with. It's kind of unbelievable. So there's this porn star by the name of Stormy Daniels. Of course it is. And she says that Donald Trump jokingly chased her around in his underwear back when they partied in 2006. I don't really know how relevant this is to the conversation now. It's 2006. You're a porn star. He was chasing with his underwears. It seems like this was the theme of what was going on back then.
Can I say something? Now, this Me Too movement, I am all for it.
Yeah.
But it's getting out of control now. So you can't chase somebody around in your underwear?
Well, I don't think that she is.
Because I know one thing for sure, and I've said it on this show.
Yeah.
I'm going to be in trouble at some point.
You might be. But I don't think that I don't think that this is like part of the Me Too movement. I think that this is just some chick wanting to, disparage his already, flawed character. But the word on the street is that he paid her $130,000 in hush money.
Listen, at this point, does anything surprise you with Donald Trump? I feel like we are so far away from what the president in the Oval Office or the White House or the office of the president looks like that. Yeah. It's like the worst reality show in history. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen a president, a sitting president, be asked if they were a racist.
Yeah.
Even with Bush and the response to Iraq and all that, he wasn't called a racist. I mean, people may have thought. Kanye West said he didn't like black people, but he wasn't called by the press. He wasn't asked, "Are you a racist?"
Never. Kanye said President Bush doesn't care about black people, but nobody came out and said he was a racist. No, people say no. Donald Trump is a racist.
Yeah,
he's a racist.
But before he got elected, we knew he was sued by his African American tenants.
Yeah, for being a slumlord.
We can't ask about his relationships with Russia because he told us before he got elected, "I'm not showing you my taxes."
Yeah.
So we already knew he was a fuckboy.
Mm-hmm.
So should we just stop caring at this point?
Well, we can't because he has the keys to,
nuclear war.
Yeah, to nuclear weapons and shit. And he's trying to increase that program.
Did you see in the news where he said him and Kim Jong-un are cool?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, he just said recently that they're having good conversations. One day it's like pure enemies will blow you up and kill your whole country. Mm-hmm. And mind you, we're talking about human life here.
Yeah.
And the next day we're best friends. I don't know. I'm confused.
No, he's kind of unbelievable. Is there anything that you would pay somebody to keep on the hush hush?
No, I'm pretty much an open book. I don't think that there's anything that I would pay somebody to.
How about back in the day? Was there a secret that you were trying to hold on to that nobody knew?
No, I don't think so. You?
No. No.
Nothing. I don't regret anything. I
can't think of one single thing that could come out that would be like
my
undoing.
There's one thing, and I don't know that it's that relevant, but I used to be friends with this girl, and I had sex with her boyfriend because he had a music collection.
That's why you had sex with him, because he had a music collection?
Yeah, he gave it to me. So
that's prostitution.
That's kind of hoe shit, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
But that's not the embarrassing part.
Okay.
We had sex in a Motel 6.
That's kind of sexy a little bit.
No.
Okay.
Dirty, cockroaches, not working AC.
Well, that means that you guys were really passionate about each other, right?
I was broke.
Okay. Okay, I'm just trying to find the silver lining.
There is no silver lining.
Having sex in a Motel 6.
I don't even regret that. Listen, everything I've done and everything I've been through has made me who I am. So God bless everybody that's gone through it with me. What else is going on?
Right. Okay. Well, your friend, Danielle Brigoli.
She's not my friend.
Okay. Well, you like her.
I met the girl one time. I can't even say I like her. Mm-hmm. What I find fascinating by her is she's a girl who was rude to her mother. Mm-hmm. And out of that, she's now a superstar online. She has a record deal. She's getting paid thousands and thousands of dollars.
Tens of thousands of dollars.
She paid her mother's home off at the age of 14. So that's fascinating to me.
Yeah.
It's fascinating how you can just be a shitty little person and fuckery can get you rich.
Okay.
It makes me sit up and wonder, like, what kind of shit do I need to do? Run around and say boom gang, pull guns on people, call my mama a hoe and a bitch? What do I have to do to get the bag these days?
I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know is that she dissed Iggy Azalea in her High Bitch remix and called her an old hoe. And if Iggy Azalea is an old hoe, well, then I must have one foot in the motherfucking grave. I hate when people throw the word old around. I'm like, that is very subjective. How old is Iggy? Like 27? Are you really?
Is this the first all-white rap beef?
I think, no, wait.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's definitely an old white girl rap beef. But yeah, so she wants everybody to stop comparing her to Iggy Azalea. Was the comparisons even being made? Was I asleep?
Do you realize that nowadays on social media, it's not about what's really happening and it's just happening. It's just about saying what's happening.
Yeah.
I can go on there right now and say, hi, bitch,
Yeah.
to somebody. And now all of a sudden we're in a big beef. I don't know.
Right.
What is this world coming to?
Well, she calls her an old hoe and she calls her washed. And she wants people to stop making the comparison between the two of them. And in the diss, she raps, bitch, don't compare me to Iggy. That old hoe is washed and I'm lit. Wouldn't pay her to wash my whip. Okay, so yeah.
You don't even have a license, little girl.
Yeah, you don't. So Iggy has not responded. I'm waiting with bated breath to hear it, though.
Are you really?
No, not really.
Okay. I'm so over this report. Can we talk about something else? Shout out to both of them. Danielle's getting her money. Iggy has a song I heard coming out with the song with Drake.
Okay, well.
She has new music on the way. Iggy, if she can just get one hit, she might have a chance.
She has.
Even though we live
fancy.
A new hit.
Oh.
At least Cardi B is still we live in a Cardi world at this point.
Yes, we do.
Cardi B is going to get a Grammy. Mm-hmm. And then there's another big thing coming up with Cardi that I found out about that I can't tell. And people are going to be like, you're supposed to tell. I can't tell. But she has another really big thing coming that's going to be big.
Okay, so it's looking like 2018 is also her year.
Cardi ain't playing. She's coming out swinging.
I love it. Okay, well, Ray J is being sued for $30 million.
Damn.
Yeah.
For what?
So he's being sued because of those. Remember how he was, kind of selling those electronic scooter bikes and whatnot?
Scooty bike.
Yeah, exactly. So a man named John Paul is suing him for $30 million. He claims that Ray was supposed to become an investor and celebrity endorser of this alleged business, but he launched his own competing business to axe Gene out of the mix. So he felt like he was blindsided and has since filed a lawsuit. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Well, good luck.
Yeah.
Listen, I didn't have a scooty bike. Ray J told me he was going to give me one, and since he didn't, I ain't got no opinion about that. Good luck, everybody. $30 million is a lot of money.
Do you feel do you feel like you've ever had an idea that somebody stole? Because that's what John Paul is saying, that he... Okay.
There's a really well-known TV producer. I'm not going to say her name. I pitched a show to her a long time ago. And matter of fact, I was at Claudia Jordan's house and pitched a show to her, made a deck and everything. And she loved the show. And then maybe a year later, I saw a version of it pop up on TV. It failed, though, because she got it wrong. But she tried it. Of course.
Can you say what the show was?
It was a show centered around people who gossip. I'm not going to say anymore because you will find out who it is. I'll tell you a break.
Okay. All right. Well,
but nonetheless, not no bad blood, because if you're creative, you can create something else. But I've definitely, this city is notorious for raping people of their ideas. Of course.
Right.
Have you?
Have I ever had an idea stolen?
Yeah.
I definitely get my captions off my Instagram page stolen. People, take them as their own. But no, I don't think so.
There was another idea I had. Uber.
You had the idea for Uber?
Well, I just had anger at taxi drivers not picking me up and thought, damn, we need a solution to this. So I thought about the problem. I didn't find out the solution.
Okay, well.
Could you imagine if you created Uber? Life would be so good right now.
Yeah, we probably wouldn't be here right now. We'd be on one of our fabulous yachts in the Maldives or something.
Well, shout out to K. Michelle. She texted me the other day. She was supposed to come on the show this week, but she's recovering from surgery. Did you hear about that?
I heard that she had been planning to get her assets reduced.
Yeah.
So she's not the only one that's gone under the knife or going under the knife. Amber Rose has decided that she's going to get a breast reduction surgery. And K. Michelle says that she's gone through her surgery to reduce some of her butt. So I really want her to come on because I want to ask her about it. Like, did she have like shots or the full-fledged implant? Like, because her booty was, I mean,
huge.
It's booty so fat you could see it from the front. It was right here. Okay.
She didn't have a big old butt.
And she's really, really a very diminutive, small girl, short. So, there's not a lot of weight distribution there. I thought her butt was kind of overpowering her frame. So I think it's a wise decision, but definitely want to talk to her about it. Yeah.
Is there anything on your body that's caused a distraction? Your ass has been distracting, right?
Sometimes I'll see a reflection of myself in the mirror, like from behind, and I won't know it's me. I'm like, God damn, that bitch's ass is huge. And I'm like, oh God, that's mine. I need to go on a diet.
But your ass has been good to you.
Yeah,
Gets you a lot of attention.
It's been an uphill battle. It's been a love-hate relationship that I've had with it, just because when I was younger and my, perception of beauty was long and thin girls, like long, thin legs, skinny knees, smaller, physical attributes. I thought I was fat, and it was painful.
Wendy Williams said something interesting on her show this week. She said she's been skinny shamed. She said that on The View. She was skinny shamed. Is there such thing as skinny shaming? I have never heard of skinny shaming.
Yeah. I've had girlfriends who were really, really, really thin. Whenever they talk about working out and stuff like that, people will be like, what do you have to work out for? Blah, blah, blah. It's just like, well, I'm trying to be healthy and I'm trying to gain muscle when they're not allowed to have a complaint. But Wendy Williams used to be,
She was fat.
Yeah, she was hefty, and she's lost a lot of weight. But I guess
so she's been fat shamed and skinny shamed.
Yeah, so I guess the skinny shaming is people saying that you went too far on the opposite end of the spectrum and lost too much weight, So I don't know.
How did she lose all her butt and everything?
I don't know what Wendy's regimen is, how she eats.
She's some big old breasts, though.
She does. Yeah.
I love Wendy Williams.
Yeah, we do love Wendy Williams.
So tell your Wendy Williams story when you went on the show.
Oh, my God. My mouth was as dry as cotton. I was so fucking scared. I really was. This is before she was on TV. Before she had her show on VH1. This is when she was on WBLS in New York City on 107.5 WBLS. And so I was going up there and I'd, done music videos, but I wasn't on BET yet. And I was just terrified. So I was like, okay, what's my plan of action? How am I going to defuse this bomb in front of me? So when I got on the show, before she could really get a word out, my strategy was just to just lay it on super thick. I really was a fan of hers. And I really had read her book 2 or 3 times. So I just led with what the truth was, that I'd never seen her in person. She was very striking in person. I read your book 3 times and I'm a huge fan. And I guess I kind of diffused the bomb slightly. She was really, really nice to me. Yeah.
I want to do an interview with Wendy Williams.
She's brilliant.
Is she really?
Yeah, you and her would get along like peas and carrots.
You think so? But she says she doesn't really befriend people. Maybe so she could stay authentically in her place. Because I feel like as much as we're authentically, I don't really feel compelled to not be me with a person.
I don't feel like she would be able to conduct the interviews that she does and also talk about people the way that she does if she was friends with them. Can you imagine if she was friends with Sierra or Ashanti? She shits on them with regularity.
Well, the other day, I don't know if you caught this, but Wendy Williams interviewed Lindsay Lohan, and she had talked about her 140 times on her show. So they showed a clip of all the times she's talked about it, and it was a lot.
Yeah.
What I loved about it is that she kept it real, though. She asked a lot of uncomfortable questions. I mean, I feel like in this space, it's easy for people to be labeled messy. I can't tell you how many times people come to me and say, oh my God, you're messy, you're messy, you're messy.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a messy job, but so do janitors. We don't get mad at them for cleaning up shit on aisle 2. I feel like we ask the questions people want to know. So if you don't want to know that messy shit, quit thinking it, and then we won't ask it.
Right. Yeah. So Aziz Ansari is the latest to be dragged into the hashtag Me Too, hashtag Time's Up movement as, somebody who's been accused of predatory behavior. It was an article that was written in this publication called Babe. And this woman who agreed to tell the story if they kept her anonymous, which I don't really agree with, because if you're accusing somebody of something like this, everybody has the right to face their accuser. However, she goes on to describe meeting Aziz Ansari, who's got that very successful TV show, Master of None. He just won a Golden Globe for Best Lead Actor. She basically met him at an award show party last year. They hit it off. They exchanged numbers. They were texting and whatnot. And then back in New York, that's when they went out on a date. So she went to his house. He lives in Tribeca. She went to his apartment. They had some wine. The story makes a point to say that she was, that she prefers white wine, but he gave her red. Almost as like, bitch, you gonna drink this motherfucking red wine. Mm-hmm. No. So then they go out to this restaurant. And, they're eating and whatnot. But she says that he seemed to be hurrying through the dinner and asking for the check. Now, meanwhile, this is all perception, okay? Because who knows if this is actually fact. They go back to his place, and I've read the account of what happened. She's up on a marble countertop. There's some oral sex that happens between the two of them. He goes down on her. She goes down on him. He keeps doing something called the claw, where he puts his fingers in her mouth and then, I guess, diddles her, whatever the case is.
Okay, where
I know,
is this story going?
No,
they're doing a lot.
They're doing the most, okay?
No, they're sexually involved.
Yes, they're doing the most.
Once you put your mouth on my dick, or once I put my mouth on in his case, vagina, what is going on?
So later on, she texts him. Or he texts her, great night, whatever else.
Nice fingering you.
Whatever. He kept it light and like had a great time, whatever else. And she was just like, I don't really know how you processed last night, but that's not the way that I processed last night. And she basically, says how uncomfortable she was and he didn't pick up on her nonverbal cues. Girl, what man picks up on nonverbal cues, okay? Y'all basically act like, when we're talking straight to your face. But you want this guy to pick up on your nonverbal cues? I'm sorry. I'm reading this thing.
Wait, so while she was, okay. So yeah. I've never known that there's a nonverbal cue that you don't want to suck my dick when my dick's in your mouth. So when was the nonverbal, what is a nonverbal cue when the dick's in your mouth?
I feel like the nonverbal cue would be biting it.
No, but what is the nonverbal cue when you're sucking somebody's dick?
I don't know.
Are you blinking like?
It would be that's like step 20. You know what I mean? There's so many steps in between a penis being in your mouth.
No, I will say
to express, I don't want this.
No, I will say once the dick's in your mouth, you should go all the way. I don't understand half sex.
Yeah.
You can't do half of it and not want to do all of it.
Okay, so there's more. So anyways, she gets on her group chat and all her girls get her riled up. Girl, you were sexually assaulted. Your friends, you need new friends, okay? And so the reason why the story comes out is because he was just, he just won the Golden Globe for Master of None and he had the Time's Up pin on his lapel.
Okay.
She found it cringeworthy that he would actually, make it seem like he's one of the supporters of this movement and that he's a male feminist and blah, blah, blah. And he did this to her. Girl, you had a bad date. It happens to all of us.
Well, there was the reporter that came out and basically put her on blast,
Ashley
right?
Banfield, who I am a really big fan
of. She's on CNN?
She's CNN, HLN, same thing. And she basically wrote an open letter to the girl that basically said, honey, you had a bad date, okay? You're 22 years old. You're an adult. You can speak up for yourself. And when she was kind of acting a little, hey, we might be moving a little bit too fast, he's like, okay, cool, let's chill then. But he's going to keep on going because you didn't say, I'm leaving. If you're really uncomfortable with what's happening, be out. There's nobody holding you there.
Or just say no.
Or say no.
I don't want to.
Behold, no, I don't want this. Please stop. This pretty much, unless you're like a rapist, unless you're a predator and you're like, I'm going to totally take advantage of you, guys are going to be like, you know what? #MeToo, don't want the problems. They're going to walk away from this, especially Aziz Ansari, who makes it a point to, carry on that kind of conversation about sexual assault. Like he had one show where he wanted to investigate what's it like if you have like a really, popular figure like a Bill Cosby. And then you find out that the person's really, not to say this about Bill Cosby, but the person's really like a creep and they have this sordid past.
What about the other comedian that was in the news who apparently asked girls
Louis
if they wanted to see his dick, and they said yeah, and he pulled it out?
Well, Louis C.K.
So then why is he a part of the Me Too movement?
That was Matt Damon's point, and he got eviscerated for that shit because he was trying to say that there's
a distinction between Harvey Weinstein and him.
Yeah, there's a distinction.
So at this point, the whole movement's so dangerous, you can't even have an opinion.
It's become so convoluted, and it's just being painted with such like a broad stroke that it's just like, if I was a victim of sexual assault, unwanted sexual contact, somebody grabbed my head and tried to put it on their dick, and I'm saying no the whole way down. Little girl, don't you dare compare what the hell happened to me with this bad date that happened to you. Are
you talking about a real life story?
No, I would be pissed. I'm just thinking from the standpoint of somebody who, has to share that, not spotlight, but it's like
share that spotlight with people who are trying to hijack it for attention.
Girl, you overplayed your hand, okay? And you sound a little entitled.
And I think to all the women out there who are thinking of playing that card for notoriety, just know what you're doing. You're actually harming real victims.
Exactly.
Because you're making people then say, this is just the wolf that cried. This is the whatever that cried wolf.
Exactly.
This is not
like
real.
They're talking about, like everybody, Liam Neeson said it was like compared it to a witch hunt. Not really.
So I had lunch yesterday with a friend, and he's been in the industry for years, and he's worked with A-list people. And I said to him, what do you think of this Me Too movement and everything going on? And he said to me, Hollywood's going to be on notice for the next year, maybe 2.
Yeah.
And then it'll be right back to what it was. Do you believe that? For people that aren't in Hollywood and that don't work in Hollywood and that don't live in Hollywood, it is a very different culture.
Yeah.
So the industry is very different. I don't know. I hope that it changes.
Yeah.
I don't know that it will change.
Well, what's crazy is that this story buried a story that actually should have had attention drawn to it. There's this actress named Eliza Dushku, and she reported that she was molested while on set when she was 12 years old by a lighting technician or something like that. But the story never caught any wings because everybody was paying attention to this, anonymous woman who, Babe called Grace. The publication Babe called Grace. And basically what's happened is Aziz Ansari's career is now being, he's being maligned and his career is being derailed. People are calling for his head and his show being canceled and stuff.
Did his show get canceled?
No, I don't think it's been canceled.
Oh, they're just calling for it to be canceled.
Yeah, there's, the critics, everybody's like up in arms and whatnot. But I mean, it's just, I don't know. This is a story. I read this and I was like, this sounds like a girl. First of all, when I was reading what happened, she was in full pursuit of him at the party, okay? He wasn't even trying to give her any heat. She kept going over to him. She was on a date at the party.
So to fans, when you have a bad fan experience, when Drake doesn't want to give you a hug, when Future doesn't want to take your number, they're still probably going to take your number, but whenever that experience happens, just remember, like, these people are out protecting their legacies. They're protecting their bank accounts. You can't even really talk to anybody no more without having an allegation.
I think what she was really upset about was that he didn't say, there's just something special about you. And I think that, I want to date you and see where this goes. I think that she was a little upset.
Man, she was sucking his dick. Oh, let's move on. I don't want to talk about this girl no more.
Okay.
So that brings me to ask you, how would you handle a bad first date?
I've walked out.
Me personally, let me ask you the question. Do you feel compelled to tell the person that you're on a bad first date? Or do you let them have save some type of face and just let it go away and never go back?
Yeah, I'm such a sucker that way that I just, and I'm a diplomacy artist. Like, I've been conditioned. So I'll ride it out. I've been on a date with
Give me an example of a bad first date.
I've been on a date with somebody that looked so fucking dead behind the eyes. I wanted to gouge my own out with a fucking spoon. Like, trying to make conversation with this person was literally like racking my brain because it was like I had to interview him. And I'm like, well, hold on. I'm the prize here. You are supposed to court me. Why
can't women court men?
But because he's the one that was pursuing me. So
he baited you into a date and then wanted you to fight for it?
I was like, what the? And his eyes were super blue too. So I really felt like I was staring into the abyss. Like, I was like, oh my God, I can't wait. Waiter, I need a drink.
Well,
no,
listen,
bring the bottle.
I will never forget this time I showed up on the first date. I did try the date thing. So I show up at the date really excited, like a kid in Christmas.
Yeah.
Because this beautiful gift is agreed to go on a date. To show up and be so bored in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I literally just said, I ain't going to go nowhere with this. I'm out.
Yeah.
And I just left. Is that bad? I paid the bill.
Then, okay. You don't want to waste your time.
I don't want to waste my time.
Yeah.
Where I'm at in life right now, I don't have time to waste.
Well, how long ago was this?
This was a few years ago.
Okay.
Oh, now I don't even have the time.
Okay.
Now I will show up and walk out. I'll just show up and turn around and leave. Because I already know. You can look at a motherfucker and tell you're going to waste your time.
Yeah, I mean, like that kind of thing is just not happening to me anymore. Like where I'm like staring into the abyss of somebody's, fucking dead eyes and shit like that. I know I don't make those mistakes anymore. He seemed like a really nice guy. He was a really nice guy. Just had the fucking personality of a sloth.
So would you take a really sexy guy with a bad personality?
No, fuck no. I'd rather have really ugly.
Would you have a great personality and an ugly guy?
Okay, how ugly are we talking though? Like he doesn't. Okay, no
ugly,
warts.
Not ugly to where you can't take him on a red carpet, but he'll just make him stand behind the carpet.
I mean, not my.
I'm superficial as fuck.
I know you are. I know you are. My roster is pretty impressive, but there's a couple of guys that like are deep in the shadows that I'm not necessarily going to broadcast.
Well, God bless them.
Yeah.
Okay, well, look, this was a good recap for everybody watching. Please subscribe to our podcast. Subscribe on iTunes, iTunes and Google Play. Yes. And again, thank you for all the comments and the feedback about the Boonk interview. And yes, thank God we made it to see another show.
Yes, thank God.
Shout out to Gio. Hopefully everything works out for you, bruh.
Yes.
We're out.
Okay.
Peace.